Sir, do you fear a trade war with Canada, sir?
No, not at all.
Why not?
They have a tremendous surplus with the United States. Whenever they have a surplus, I have no fear. By the way, virtually every country has a surplus with the United States. We have massive trade deficits. So when we're the country with the deficits, we have no fear.
All right. President Trump says, he has no fear about a trade war with Canada. Remember, he did slap a tariff on Canadian lumber coming into America. Maybe he'll do the same thing with Canadian dairy products coming into America. Bill Northey is with us. He is the Iowa Secretary of Agriculture. Sir, you support the president's executive orders on lumber and maybe later on dairy products?
I certainly don't know if there's going to be something coming on dairy or not. Aware of the lumber, but not really in my ballpark. I certainly am very pleased to be able to have the conversation yesterday with a group of ag folks from around the country on agriculture issues, and trade was one of those very important issues, both trade with Canada, Mexico, and obviously China and Japan that was talked about.
Are you concerned that if we slap any kind of tariff on agricultural stuff coming into America, then we will have tariffs slapped on our stuff when it goes to China or someplace else, reciprocal stuff? That would be a trade war. Surely that's got to be of a concern.
You know, I think we're always concerned about having good relationship with our trading partners. I think one of the things the administration is focused on, and we'll see how effective that will be, is making sure that our trading partners are living up to the rules in those trade agreements. And that was the conversation about dairy yesterday. Certainly a feeling from the American perspective that they're not living up to the NAFTA rules in reflection of their change in dairy policy that doesn't allow some of our milk to go north of the border. So,
well, is this a negotiating position? I mean, is the president staking out a negotiating position, a tough line now, which he will negotiate down towards a middle level at some point? Is that how you see it?
I don't know. I don't know what the strategy is here for sure on this issue. It could be simply because he believes that there are unfair practices coming from Canada. It could be certainly noticed in relation not only to Canada on other issues, but it could be other countries as well. I think we saw that in some of the tough talk that we heard in China. And I think we now hear the Chinese come to have some conversation about importing beef, about more friendly relations. I think there's some opportunities to be able to change some rules and improve some trade on corn going to China as well, and maybe pork as well. That came from an aggressive conversation, maybe about North Korea as much as it was about trade, but I do believe that in some of the cases there need to be some change in the approach of trading partners.
Bill, I know Iowa pretty well. I've driven around the state a lot. The sight of the cornfields, knee-high to an elephant's eye by the 4th of July, it's a wonderful, wonderful sight. Bill Northey, everyone, thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.